Hello everyone, welcome to this video on my channel. Now I did have another video planned to record, but I've got to prioritize this one because I can't believe it. Jermaine Jenas has been selected to be one of the hosts for the 2022 World Cup draw. Of all people, why are you choosing Jermaine Jenas? I mean, he's alongside Samantha Jackson, who's one of the non-footballing presenters from FIFA, and then you've got Carly Lloyd with them. I mean, Carly Lloyd was an established player for the US women's team, and she was also one of the big factors in the USA winning the last World Cup. She's got a good pedigree, so but then you compare Jermaine Jenas alongside her, and then look at the assistants. You've got, yes, sure, some of them, there are a number of them that you're not really familiar with, probably even worse players than Jermaine Jenas, but they're still recognizable in their own rights, legends of their own countries, from Qatar, Serbia, Algeria, Iran, and you could argue that JJ Okocha, he isn't exactly up there with the best players, but he's still a recognizable face. And Tim Cahill, yeah, wasn't the best, but he was still a legend for Australia, and he's been one of the main figures of this World Cup. And then you've also got Cafu and Lothar Matthäus on this panel, and Jermaine Jenas is sharing a stage with them. I mean, this is baffling. Jermaine Jenas, he was a forgettable England player. He had 21 caps, 1 goal. His last game was in 2009. He went to 2006 World Cup squad. Didn't play a game, was just a squad player. His career was average. He wasn't successful at Newcastle. Was an average player, squad player for Tottenham, who then eventually went out on loan to Villa and Nottingham Forest before joining QPR. And he became a pundit, which he's not very good at, one of the worst I've seen. I mean, when I started watching football, you had like Alan Hansen and Alan Shearer as the main pundits for BBC for Match of the Day. You had Mark Lawrenson, Lee Dixon as the backups, who Lee Dixon eventually went to join ITV. When ITV had Roy Keane, obviously an iconic figure. Gareth Southgate, probably not quite the same, but he was still a regular England player back in the 90s. But Jermaine Jenas, I mean, he is one of the worst pundits I've seen. Not the worst, but all right. He's not the standard I'd certainly had grown up with, and the fact that kids nowadays are going to see him as one of the main figures compared to someone like Alan Hansen and Alan Shearer. Alan Shearer still does work for BBC and he's a legend, but the fact he is on BBC, he is a pundit for BBC. All right, you can keep him. Overall, he's fine there. He's got to make a living somehow. The fact he's also been promoted as host of the One Show, which do what you like. I don't care about the One Show, and a commentator, one of the main commentators as well for BBC. But this is just going too far to make him a presenter. He's got no charisma. Why would you? He, nobody thinks of him when you think of England. I mean, albeit Lampard, Gerrard, Rooney, they've got other commitments, number of other players. You won't be able to pick them, but there's so many other names you could do for England. I mean, the last World Cup draw, you had Gary Lineker as a host for the draw, and he was a Golden Boot winner for England and one of the best players in in Italia '98. And then you go down to Jermaine Jenas. What a decline! So I think I've pretty much made the point. The fact that FIFA called on Jermaine Jenas to help out with hosting and conducting the draw is a joke. So many other the English figures that would be far better than him. And then when you consider that he's had a average, forgettable career, and he's not a good pundit and a boring one at that. It's just ridiculous that they've chosen him. So yeah, that's my take. What do you think? And I was going to ask, are you looking forward to the draw? But I think that's more of a question for my other video. But for this one, to have Jermaine Jenas as part of conducting the draw is crazy, and we're going to get what we get. But that's my take. What do you think? And the road to 2022 is getting closer.